Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I am going to be doing another double review. This time I'm going to be doing S.H.Figuarts, Minami Kotaro, and Akizuki Nobuhiko from Kamen Rider Black Sun. If you saw my short, and I kind of touched on it on Instagram and I think in my last video, um, I love Kamen Rider Black Sun. It's probably one of my favorite series I've ever watched. And it's one of the first things I watched with Kamen Rider, so it kind of like influenced my opinions on the series. But I really like it. Uh, and let's just start popping them open. I'll talk while I do things, that way you're not just sitting there idle. But when I first watched the show, I obviously, which was a little bit late, but I obviously had to get uh, Black Sun back there in his second form, and then I wanted the classic red eyes, so I was like, well, and I had missed out on SHF upgrades version of it with the light up eyes, and they're kind of expensive, so I ended up pre-ordering the well, actually, I think it was in stock at the time, but the battle hopper that's back there. So I pre-ordered that because the red eyes came with it, and the Kamen Rider Black Sun symbol chest piece, because I like making them look more like a actual rider. Um, and I was a little bummed out that there was nothing for Shadow Moon, and then they announced these two figures, which these boxes look really cool together. Um, I mean, that's sick. But anyways, and then we'll get into his accessories because it doesn't show them. But he comes with some cool stuff, and so I wanted him for his originally just for his accessories. I didn't really want their human forms. I didn't really care that much. But then I was getting him for his accessories, and then I was like, well, I love Kamen Rider Black Sun so much. I have every other figure, including the Locust forms and making custom ones. So I was like, I might as well complete the trifecta and have their like normal human forms. So I missed the pre-order for both of them, so I had to get it from Toku Lectors. So shout out to them. And Kotaro, I had just pre-ordered right after it started shipping out in Japan, and people were starting to get it. So, tardy to the party, but it's just the way we roll, baby. So, because Kotaro's accessories kind of suck. Um, they're not nothing crazy, nothing super cool. So let's move Nobuhiko over here, and we'll just talk about Kotaro first. So here he is in his plastic tray. I'll take this off now. And this is my first S.H.Figuarts of civilians, so or even just like a normal person. Like I didn't get any of the MCU ones or anything like that. So this will be kind of like new territory for me. Usually I just get the Dragon Ball ones, the Dragon Ball figures, Jujutsu Kaisen, stuff like that. So it looks pretty good. The likeness is really good. I'm just gonna see how to get this plastic out of here. So I just popped them in half, taking the plastic out. Oh, that didn't work for the top section. All right, here's Kotaro. Pretty short, but that's standard for like Figuarts and everything. So, I don't really know where to start. I guess we'll just go with his we'll just start with his articulation, and then let's go into his accessories. So we'll move around over here. I'm wearing my Ken Nuff hoodie, as you can probably tell by the colors. But so he's able to look up about that much, down really well. His coat is a soft plastic, so it shouldn't get in the way too much. He can T-pose, and he's got these angled shoulders here, so this will be good for when he does his like transformation poses. We got the ball joint, single jointed. Here, single jointed ball joints in the elbows. Simulated bicep swivel, since it rotates at the shoulder. There is another shoulder joint in here, right under the coat. You see right there. So I guess that is technically a butterfly. Yeah, there it is. That is a butterfly joint. Okay, so I got that. That's good. He's got a 3-piece midsection here, which doesn't go forward a whole lot, but goes back really well. Wrists are on the standard S.H.F pegs. He can kick up that much. He can kick, well, with the coat in the way, he kicks about that much back. Decent knees. They're on a similar like rounded joint, but that's better than some of their like double jointed knees. So that's good. The pants are going to hinder the feet a little bit, but he can go in and out a lot more than in, which is strange because you don't normally bend your foot that way. And then it can go back, toe hinge, forward. Pretty good. Like he can definitely get in fighting poses. He can definitely get in like his transformation poses. I'm gonna try my first ever stop motion with these figures to do their transformation, since especially with Kotaro, because there's the iconic like his first transformation. Since I have both forms over there, so I should be able to do that. Where are the instructions? I threw them away, but that's just because I didn't want to read them. But I need to see how to attach the belt. So, oh, it just kind of pegs on. Okay. All right. So let's attach his Century, or his, yeah, they call it Century King or Creation King depending on the translations, but his Sun driver, make sure that it's facing the right way. So the yellow, focus, the yellow dial right there, that's going to be on the bottom. So I'm doing this off camera. I apologize. It's just, as you can see, I'm doing a little bit different setup. My old desk is behind this one. I've been trying to do more photography and trying out this new diorama that I got. So I need a little bit more space. So my old desk is just behind this table here. All right. So there he is with the driver on. It's easy enough. You just kind of peg it in there on each side. Looks good. And then I'll just quickly go over his accessories. So he's got his henshin hands on each side, the open palms. He's got item holding hands, which you can put him on the motorcycle, which I'll do in a little bit. And then he's got fist hands, which is also for his henshin and punching. If you haven't seen the series at this point, spoilers, but he's got a lot of accessories from like the end. This is the pot they pour this mysterious liquid on him that makes him steam, and it heals him after he gets his leg blown off. We got some Heat Heaven right here. Looks pretty good. It's not soft, it's hard. And then this is a major spoiler. So you can skip past this if you want, but this is the knife that Aoi uses to kill him when he becomes the next Creation King. And then this is his angrier face. So we'll pop that on because he's almost always angry. He's very edgy. And then this is a little trick I learned from the Mafex Spider-Mans, but if the neck peg has a curve to it, you usually want to curve it. Where's the camera? You usually want to curve it, have the curve end backwards, but I think I was mistaken. It looks like it's just a standard like dumbbell hinge or whatever. It's not actually curved, it was just the angle. So now he looks pissed off. So I'm gonna pose him up real quick. I'm gonna do his like some of his henshin poses. So 1 second. Actually, I'll do it on camera. I hate editing because it makes the turnaround time on my videos much longer. If I'm able to do it in pretty much one take, I will. So that's what I'm trying to do here. But I'm trying to support this line because I hope that they make Aoi's mantis form. I don't really care if they make her human form, just like them. I really didn't care too much if they made their human forms. But Aoi's like mantis form was pretty cool. Sorry, I couldn't remember his... Oh, God. I popped his whole around. I couldn't remember his pose for a second. I had to grab the box. So there's like the first stage where he's clenching his fists and gathering his energy. And then I'll just swap out his other hands for the final pose of the henshin. I do wish that these figures came with an alternate belt where it has them like mid-transformation when the belt's open. The Hot Toys version had that for the... I mean, they only made the like final forms, but they should have made that as an extra accessory for these, especially for Kotaro, because he doesn't really come with that much, at least cool stuff. So if they would have just thrown in the open belt, it would have been a lot better. But there he is, hitting the dab. Like I said, he poses really well. Nice and loose, nothing crazy. The jacket doesn't get in his way as much as I thought it was going to. So I'm just gonna change out his hands one more time, and then I'm gonna pop him on the bike so we can talk about Nobuhiko. Because he has a lot, I've mentioned it multiple times now, but he has a lot better accessories for the series. And there's no point in really reviewing the bike because it's just a bike. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy. Like, the wheels turn. He has this kickstand here. It turns this way. So, I didn't think about it. The antennas move, though. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. But nothing crazy, you know. I usually just have it next to them up on the shelf because I have, normally I have Shadow Moon and Black Sun just like fighting. So I have them posed together. And then the Locust form is just kind of like off to the side. And then the bike is just kind of there also. But because I don't think that I'm not gonna get any extras of them. I thought about getting the event exclusive of Black Sun, where from his first transformation, the special color version. But oh, did I just break this? Are you fucking kidding me? Yep, I just broke his antennas off. Oh, super glue to the rescue. But it's actually harder than it looks to get him on this motorcycle. Because like I don't think he should be sitting like super low, but his ass isn't touching the seat. So, like, he fits on there, but it's just, like, if you look at it from this side, he's just got, oh, can't really see. Let's see if I can turn the light on it. But he's just got his cheeks out. So, I'll just put him over there. But yeah, I'm kind of mad about that. Where's my... I'll fix it after the video. But... just for future reference to those watching, the antenna does not move on purpose. So that was my bad. I accidentally wiggled it off and broke it. So I'm gonna put him over there. And then we're gonna open Nobuhiko. And to those of you who actually watch this, Nobuhiko's actor, he did a really good job. He reminded me of like an anime protagonist, just the way he was talking. But I mean, he was cool, but he was a simp. Like his motivations changed over the course of the show like 4 times. Like they first show up in the 70s, and see, he comes with more hands than him than Kotaro. He's got pointing hands, which I'll get into. I don't know why I'm talking about it now, but so here he is in the plastic. So let's take him out. But anyway, when he first shows up in the 70s, him and Kotaro are cool, and you really get that they're very like brotherly, or like, you know, they're best friends except for when they're kids. And they're just kind of like rivals like the whole show. And part of that is because this one girl in there that's helping them found their political party, she again, spoilers, but you know, if you haven't watched it by now, you really should. But the one that helps them form their political party, she's there. She starts talking to them. She starts flirting with both of them, and they both have a crush on her. She flirts with both of them, manipulates both of them. She ends up dying, and then that's like what causes him to start turning bad. And he's still obsessed with her 50 years later into the present day of the show. And I don't know, man. He was just a simp. Like, that was just the only reason that he even cared about anything that happened, was because he was a simp. And then him simping radicalized him to the point where I don't know what to even call it, but it was wild. I didn't really like that, but anyway, so the main reasons that I got this was because it comes with this green eyes head for Shadow Moon, and I think the greens on the actual helmet themselves is a little bit brighter. Let's compare these two real quick. Not really. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit like brighter, but it just looks better because it has the green eyes with it. So I'm going to put this one in that box. There we go. Much better. Much better. So while we're on this, I'm just going to go into his accessories first because, like I said, this is originally why I got him. So, but he comes with the green eyes for the Shadow Moon rider form, and then he comes with the Satan Saber, which they don't really call it that in the show, in Black Sun at least. But and what's funny is I know he uses it in the original Black Sun, or in the original Kamen Rider Black, but he doesn't even touch it once in the show. So I think they only included it with him as a reference to. I'm really having a hard time getting it in there. As a reference to his original counterpart. There we go. I got it. Okay. It's a little loose, but there we go. It looks good with him though. Like I'll take pictures with him with it since it's the like more classic, his classic weapon. But yeah, he never even uses it. Like the only reason I knew what it was because I hadn't gotten that far in the show yet, and I saw that this figure came with it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. It must be really important. And then he never once touched it. And what's his name? I don't remember. I can't remember his name. But the other guy, he was the one that had it. But it does come with this broken piece. So it just clips on and replaces the blade. But it's this broken piece, which is, again, another spoiler. And actually, so there's the other half. So if I can get my big fingers out of the way, you can kind of see, like, technically that's the full blade right there. So, yep. And then I'm gonna put his belt on too. I know I'm getting a little lost in the sauce today on the this review, but I just kind of want to talk about them also because like I said, I really like the show. There are problems that I have with it, and of course, like I don't get some of the specific like Japanese politics aspects of it, but like I obviously get like the race stuff and the racial tensions and whatnot living as a white man in America. So I get to see all of that firsthand, but it's a really good show. On my third watch through, I kind of just skipped to like the rider scenes where they're even as they're on screen. Like I don't care. I didn't care about all like the side stuff and the kids, but just the side stuff where they're on screen is really good. So this one might be upside down because he doesn't have any like identifying things on his moon driver to signify that it's upside down or not, like Kotaro does. It just looked a little funny. I fuck with Shadow Moon's design real heavy because his color scheme, I like it. I know it's hard to tell from my videos or anything, but my favorite color is green, and black and green, silver and green, like they look really good together. So he has a far better design to me and looks so much cooler than he does. But he's the protagonist and everything. He's the main character, so he obviously is going to be the focus. But his design is where it's at. And then he also comes with an angry head. And like I said, so he has open henshin hands. I'm going to use this as a pointer. He's got the open henshin hands. He's got open action hands because his pose is a little bit different. And then he's got pointing hands. So I'm pretty sure the articulation is the same. I was kind of messing around with it. I didn't really go too in depth. His shoulders are he's narrower. So like if you pull the jacket back, you can see the sculpt a little bit more than his. His looks like he's still wearing a tank top. But these figures look really good. So he's still got the single jointed elbows, butterfly joints. All this is the same. He actually might have better range of motion. Like he can go all the way up. That's really good. That's really good, actually. I mean, I don't know if I pushed Kotaro that hard, but well, that's how far you can go before it pops off. Really good. Well, decent knees. Thigh swivel. He can kick forward that much. And then he doesn't have a long jacket, but he doesn't go back that far. He only goes back as far as this. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a long jacket to hide it, because they gave him an actual ass, like with pants, pockets, and everything. But as you can see by Kotaro's cheeks, that they didn't do that for him. So I guess they figured the coat would be like covering it or whatever. But that's interesting. So in some ways his articulation is better, and in some ways it's worse. Which they do kind of complete each other. It's the two halves of the eclipse. So it's good stuff. I really like them, and I'll take some pictures. I'll include them at the end of this video. I don't normally do that, but a lot of reviewers do. So I guess it will require me to do some editing. But just a nice, easy, cool review. I just wanted to thank everybody that watched the Snyder Cut 3-pack. That video popped off, so now I have two big videos on my channel now. So I'm really happy that we're popping off a little bit. I really appreciate all the support and everything. I don't expect this video to do as well, but who's to say? But I really do appreciate every single person that likes and is commenting and subscribing. If we can hit 500 or 1,000 subscribers, that would be amazing. We're right around 130 now, last I checked. So if you're watching this right now and you aren't subscribed, if you please could, and leave a comment, anything really within reason. And I think I'm gonna do I will open up commissions for one of each of these. I could do a bloody version if you want. The blood won't show up as well on him, but on Shadow Moon it will. So he's done, and then I'm going to finish my conversion of Shadow Moon. This is actually the extra one that I kind of just doodled around with and painted his um, his arms and put a wash in his like bug mouth. But I will be taking commissions or just selling them either well probably on my Instagram. It's at Archer21. I think it's linked in my bio. But yeah, so if you're interested in those, you can comment in that. I would say that I would do it as a giveaway, but it's very tedious to do to cut those things out and attach them. So I don't think I'm there yet. I'd rather somebody pay for it, struggling artists and all that. But I really do appreciate everything. And that's it. I've just been talking for over 30 minutes straight, pretty much. So I'm gonna head out. Oh no, one more thing. I do plan on reviewing the new Godzilla movie. I'm a big Godzilla fan. It may or may not be the beginning of like a podcast between me and my brother and maybe some guests like my girlfriend or sorry, my fiance, his girlfriend. Since they're not really Godzilla people. But we started watching every movie from the beginning, and we've just kind of been working through the Godzilla catalog since then. We've already seen them at all at some point, but and he's rewatching them from the beginning with his girlfriend now, so it'll be a lot fresher in his mind. But we finished off the Heisei series, and we watched the first Rebirth of Mothra, so we have the other two of those, Millennium and onwards. So we plan to talk about all of them. So if you're interested in that, you can also leave a comment. But yeah, we're definitely going to talk about Godzilla Minus One, and we'll go from there. So thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. I didn't do that in my first couple of videos, like the call to action, but it does matter to me. So that's it. See you.